Good morning, everyone. This is Christina Estrada, Family Lifestyle Coach. And I wanted to take just a really quick second to ask you a couple of questions. Now, I've had it on my heart for a very long time to create a coaching program. My family and I have really transformed our lives, and it's taken us, this process of trial and error to get the right things down to actually, benefit from everything that we've been doing. So we kind of have established this really great set of steps to go through ABC 1, 2, 3 to improve our lives. Now we've fixed our finances. We're eating really well. We're very healthy. We exercise, we're getting in shape. And of course, everything is always a continuing journey and we're always refining. But the foundational steps that we've taken have really proven to be the essential first steps towards, getting yourself in balance in all these areas. Relationships is another thing that we've been really working on very hard. We've been very intentional about it, and we've been seeing some amazing results from what we've been doing. And now we're reaching out to our community and we're sharing everything that we've learned. And you are somebody who I really want to share these things with. But I wanted to find out, what do you actually want to hear? What do you need to learn in your life to, help you balance all these areas? So area number one, and the steps that we've taken have just, been presented to us in this. It's really step by step. I don't know how to explain it any differently. Everything that we've done has been very intentional, and the process that we've done it in has proven to be the right methodology to improve all of these areas of our lives. So number one right here is we worked on our finances. And this is a very hard topic for a lot of people. None of us really want to admit that our bills are going to catch up to us, that credit card that we keep paying late payments on is now up to 23%, percentage rate. So we don't want to admit that we're as bad off as we are. And sometimes maybe you think you're really bad off, but if you actually organize all of those bills, those great big stacks of paper that you have, you find that, well, you're not really that bad off. You do owe a lot of money, but it's not as dire as you thought it was. And so, the first step for us was actually getting organized. So I want to know, what do you want to learn about finances so that you can get out of debt, so that you can feel that incredible release of burden, when you can say, I'm debt free. So what is going on in your life that you really need help with in the area of finances? Is it, oh my gosh, I've got all these credit card bills and I just don't know how to pay them down? Is it student loan debt, or is it medical bills? Is it just that you don't know how to get organized? You don't know how to budget or balance your checkbook? Let me know so that we can help you in that area. And then, so the next thing after finances is nutrition. It just kind of makes sense that after you get a handle on how much you're spending, then you can be more intentional with where you're spending it. And we have found that nutrition is the key to energy. It's the key to vitality. So if you're spending very little money on really gross food, stuff that doesn't have any nutrition in it, it's the stuff in the middle of the grocery store. It's boxed and it's bagged and it's canned. If you're spending your money on that because it's cheap, then it's like putting cheap gasoline or cheap oil in your car. You're not fueling it properly, so it's not going to run as long as you want it to. So what do you need help with in the area of nutrition? Do you want to know what are the healthy foods to stock your pantry with? Do you want to know how you can go meatless? Have you been thinking about becoming a vegetarian, or just wondering what that could do for you. What do you want to know about nutrition that can help you and your family eat better? Now, my family and I, we started, very slowly progressing through. We tried vegetarian for a very long time, starting off with meatless Mondays is what we called it. And that worked really well for us. And you'll notice that, once you start eating well, you'll get this amazing amount of energy. And it's because it's the good foods. And so, like, I've done a lot of research. I have friends who are nutritionists and herbologists, and they've all helped me to figure out what's good for me and what's good for my family. And this is always, it's very individualized, but I want to provide you with something, those basic stepping stones that you want so that you can start helping your family feel better. And you'll notice too that when you start feeding your kids really well, they can focus better in school because they've got this level amount of energy that just keeps them going all day long. Lots of benefits to eating great. So tell me what you want to know about that. Now, fitness is my absolute specialty. This is where I am far and above the professional. And so I'm a master elite personal trainer. I'm getting my bachelor's degree in health sciences. So, this is where I really rock it. So I want to know what it is that you want to learn about. Is it weight loss? Do you want to know how to lose weight? Is it weight maintenance? Are you at a point in your life where you're kind of going up and down and you want to figure out how can I just stay at this good, healthy weight? Is it, sports? Do you want to know how that you can be better in tennis? Let me know what you want to know. There's a lot of information about fitness and what exercises to do. But again, it's got to be individualized and you've got to start at a safe place. You can't just jump in and start doing Insanity or P90X. I hate when people say, oh my gosh, I just started Insanity and it's killing me. Yeah, you're probably going to hurt yourself really badly. So I always advocate starting at your fitness level and then challenging yourself as you progress, not just jumping in thinking that you can do a marathon or triathlon the first week after you hit the gym. So let me know what specifically you want to know about fitness. All right, relationships is the number 4 thing that my husband and I have worked on, and we've seen some really incredible breakthroughs with what we've been doing, how we've been communicating with each other within our home. So this is, how do you communicate with your spouse? And how do you communicate with your children? And what is the atmosphere that you have in your home that creates a really safe and meaningful and open place where your kids can share with you and you feel confident that your mistakes aren't going to be judged, but that people are going to help you through, all of these different tough times in your life. So what's going on in your relationships? What do you need to know so that you can stop fighting with your kids and stop fighting with your spouse? And what are you fighting about? And what is going to help you get over those hurdles? Is it like we've started implementing very intentional family times where we literally set a reminder on our phone, and as soon as that reminder goes off, okay, family time, come on guys, what do you want to do? Do you want to, sit down and read a book together? Should we talk? Should we do crafts? Just things that, we know that our kids are going to enjoy, and then we talk and we have fun, and we make the intention to spend 30 minutes together, and it usually ends up being a lot more than that. But it's a lot of fun, and this is just one of the ways that we found that has really nurtured our relationships and made our home a really happy place. Like, our kids are behaving better. My husband and I, we get along really well, and I want that for you. So please let me know how I can help you in your relationships. And then community. Oh my gosh, our community is so important. And oftentimes we don't know who our neighbors are. Isn't that sad? Like, you don't know who the person across the street is, or even the person right next door to you. And what we've found is that your community, especially just your direct neighbors, are so rich in life experience, and they're from different cultures, and they eat different foods, and they speak different languages. And when you can get these people together to celebrate their personalities and their character and their uniqueness, then you get a much wider view of the world. You get different perspectives. My neighbor raised 5 boys. I have 3 little boys. She's in her 70s now. She is sweet as pie, and we just pull up the lawn chairs and we sit down and we talk all afternoon while my boys are playing. And it's just so wonderful to know that, her boys are very successful. So I can glean, little tidbits from her about how she raised 5 boys and how she helped them to be so successful. And they're really great guys now. Like, they're really strong. They all have kids. And that's what you can do with your community when you start to learn from them and engage with them. So we want to help you reach out and get to know people so that you can get, that broader perspective and that richer parenting experience, so that your kids can see that, yeah, people are different, but difference can be fun and it can be exciting, and it balances things out when you can see where other people are coming from. So how do you want to reach out to your community? How can we help you to make those meaningful connections outside of your home? Okay, so I am not an expert in all of these areas, but my family has really transitioned from being really deep in debt, overweight, out of shape, stressed out, completely disconnected from each other, and just barely making it day by day, to now we're debt free. We went on a dream vacation back in November for my sister's wedding. We spent an entire week in this really big, beautiful home right on a golf course in Orlando. It was all paid for in cash. We had just a wonderful time. We took the boys to Legoland. Really, it was a dream come true for us, and it would have never been possible had we not been intentional about our finances, our nutrition, our fitness, all of these things that really can give you so much more energy and meaning to your life, so that you just start going faster and faster and doing better and more. And I really want to share that with you. So please, in the comments below, let me know what area of life you're struggling in the most. Where do you really want the most help? And what kind of information do you think would help you? Okay, that's it. This is a long video. I'll let you go now, and I look forward to hearing from you.